Our next speaker is a gentleman who has held statewide office as our Comptroller, now coming to the end of his third term, I believe. Has made some great innovations in his office, has worked very hard, has been our state's chief fiscal officer during that period, and also, in case you haven't been reading any newspapers, has also recently declared a candidacy for governor. But let's welcome our Comptroller, Dan Hynes.
Thank you, Alan, for your leadership, for this successful event today, and all of you for making it such a success. The enthusiasm of the Democratic Party is alive and well, and I know we're going to have a great 2010. Alan forgot to mention the most important part of my resume, which is that I'm the proud husband of Christina Hynes and the proud father of 3 lovely boys, and I want to tell them how much I miss them. My fellow Democrats, 1 year ago today in this very room at this same event, an event that I've had the honor of coming to for over a decade, going back to when I first ran for state comptroller in 1998. And I spoke to you at last year's event in very direct terms, pointed terms, candid terms about the challenges facing our state and our Democratic Party. It was a very difficult time for all of us as we watched our government stall and drift day after day, month after month. Our future was very uncertain, and quite frankly, many of us were worried that whether our party could emerge from these difficulties and regain the trust of the people of Illinois. Yes, the future was very uncertain and frighteningly unpredictable. Indeed, I don't think anybody in this room, in their wildest imagination, would have predicted that we would reconvene here 1 year later with a new governor who was given the responsibility of filling out the expired term of our disgraced governor. Yet here we are. And so our challenge here today is even greater than what we traditionally face when we come to Springfield to begin to put together our Democratic ticket. Our challenge is to make a decision about who is best able to lead our beloved Democratic Party and our beleaguered state government, to find a new leader who can guide us out of the darkness, who can restore our sense of pride and purpose, and who can lead us to victory in November 2010. I made the decision to run for governor because I believe Illinois can and must do better. Now, primaries are very difficult. They're never easy, and they're not a lot of fun. But ladies and gentlemen, sometimes they are necessary. Our party has been through too much to take the path of least resistance. The people of Illinois have been through too much to avoid asking tough questions and facing a public debate about which vision our party will embrace. I respect Pat Quinn. I find him to be a decent man. But this nomination must be earned, not bequeathed or assigned or transferred. It must be earned. Let me tell you how I will earn this nomination. On my record, on my ideas, and on my courage to tackle the tough issues that have gone unaddressed for decades. I will fix this budget mess, plain and simple. I have been the leading voice of fiscal responsibility in Springfield for 10 years, and I know how to get us back on track. Restoring fiscal responsibility is not just a phrase. It is the only way we're going to go back to our core principles of allowing government to serve the people who need government, protecting our seniors and those most in need, helping the middle class grow by creating jobs and opportunity, and nurturing an education system that can give all Illinois children an opportunity and a chance for a better future. I will restore confidence in government and the trust that has been lost in our government by the people of Illinois. I was proud to be the architect of the most sweeping legislation of a generation where we put an end to pay-to-play politics in Illinois. We worked with the General Assembly for 2 to 3 years and finally got that bill passed over the veto of Rod Blagojevich. And I will continue to push for reform until our government reflects the same core decency and honesty as the people it serves. And I will govern with the same candor and conviction that has been the hallmark of my tenure as Comptroller. No sugarcoating, no shortcuts, no excuses. I will fix our state's problems, even if it means making tough decisions and taking political risks. It has been said that most politicians are so busy trying to keep their jobs, they forget to do their jobs, and that must end. Across Illinois, I meet countless families and individuals and hard-working people who are struggling and feeling great anxiety over their own economic security. They are fearful of their future, not hopeful. And many of these people are struggling because they've lost their jobs or their homes or their health insurance. And almost all are struggling with the essentials, just simply paying their bills month to month. And on top of their personal financial struggles, they also know that the state finances are in disarray. And they believe and they are concerned that state services that they rely on could be cut. It is not an overstatement to say that Illinois is facing its greatest crisis in generations. We need a governor who can provide strong and steady leadership for smart budget policies that will put us on solid financial ground. And we need a leader who will offer a clear, consistent, and compelling vision for our future. That's what this election is about. This is an important day for Democrats, one that I've enjoyed for many, many years. It's a day full of tradition, and it's supposed to be a day of hope and excitement and joy. And in years when Democrats control the governor's office, it's a day for our Democratic governor to serve as host at the fairgrounds. This morning's breakfast is a way to salute and thank our county chairmen and women, our precinct committee men and women, and I do salute each and every one of you. And I'm honored to be here today. But as much as I would enjoy being at the rally at the fairgrounds and on the director's lawn, I won't be able to join you this afternoon, for I believe the governor deserves his day at the director's lawn. And besides, I promised my son Charlie that he'd be able to milk a cow, so that's where I'll be. But when we're through with this day and we go on into the 2010 election, I believe we will choose the right course and the right leader for our future. And I look forward to coming back here next year, hopefully as your nominee, but certainly as a loyal Democrat working towards election victory in November. Thank you all very, very much.